everyone, I've been having such fun with these snails in Kerby Rosanes' Imagimorphia book that I thought I would do one more. I probably won't do any more on this page apart from this one extra. I'm just going to get sick of looking at me colour snails. But I thought I would just do this one again a little bit differently. I'm going to use the Black Widows that I used before, but it'd just be fun to just show you a last one. So I'm going to start with black, which in my set is Black Widow, and I'm going to do the shadowy area here under the building. This is the beginning of the snail. He's going to have a bit of a black colour here, but he's going to actually watch this other building that's overlapping, but he's actually going to be brown. But I thought I would do some black here. I want to make him a different colour to the other two snails. I just want to show you some more ideas that you can use to combine colours for the snail in this book. So that's the black. That's all I'm going to do for now. I may add some more later. And then I'm going to grab the Huntsman to do a brown, and I'm going to go over the top of that black and bring in the brown colour. I just wanted him to be a darker brown to the others. I'm going to do just these two colours, so the rest of this is going to be in brown. So I'm just going to do a fairly even covering of brown for all of him, and then we'll go back in with our black and have a play around to get the shadowing and shading just right. And I've enjoyed doing these snails. I'd hope that you're all okay with snails. I know some people might not be keen. I don't think they're as scary as things like to people. A lot more people dislike spiders and things. I think they're quite sweet. I like looking at their little eyes, looking around as they go along. Can you imagine having your eyes on stalks? See, these are the eyes. Imagine that. Be most odd. So you couldn't see what was immediately near you, but what was much higher. Well, I mean, obviously they can retract them a little bit. Be like having a periscope. I guess because they're right on the ground, it's in their advantage to see a bit further up. Can you still see? Yes, I am in shot. That's always useful. I find that fascinating. But I guess you wouldn't know any different, would you? I wonder how long it would take one of us to get used to it if we had that all of a sudden. So I'm thinking about where this is going to be darker. Under here, obviously. But here and here, where there's going to be lighter and darker areas. I'm also just trying to even out that brown at the minute. That's why I'm going back over certain bits. There's no special trick. Just trying to make sure that I haven't missed any. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the black and emphasise the darker areas again. So under here, we're really dark, just up and under here. Now a tip that I took from someone, trying to think who it was, Cherry Colours actually. She, when she wants a really intensely dark area, she uses a pen and then pencils over the top of it. And I thought that was a really interesting trick. I mean, we don't need that here. I think we've got enough darkness there. We don't need that extra intensity. But I just thought that was a good tip. So we're going to go under here. We're going to have I'm basically using where the markings are already to guide me into where to put the darker shades. I'm putting them around here, this little, what is it, antennae? To make it look more three-dimensional. And I'm going to go all the way along the edge of this bit just to make it stand out a little bit. I'm not pressing too hard, but just enough so we can see where those sort of ridges are on the edge of the snail. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that I'm happy with that for now. I might change my mind. Now this building, we've got a red and gold, we've done a green, this one's going to be blue, I've decided. Now we've got 3 blues in the set of Black Widows. We could also use black if we needed extra shading. 2 of them, as you can see, quite dark, and a slightly lighter one. I'm going to actually start with the lightest one, which is called Forget Me Not, and I'm going to do that all over the whole building, just in an even layer, so nice and easy and simple. This is a bit different to how I did the other building, so that window, no, I'm going to go all over it. Keep it similar to all the rest. We didn't do like light coming out of the windows or anything. We actually did them quite dark. So that's what we're going to stick to. And while I'm colouring this, I can look at it and think about where it needs to be darker and where can stay this light colour, or whether I need to put any extra layers of this colour on, or whether I need a darker one. So it's sort of planning ahead while colouring. Some people do say, oh, you should be just in the moment and mindful of what you're doing, but actually planning my next bit of colouring is very enjoyable. It's not mindful. I'm not concentrating on the exact bit I'm doing, but I'm still concentrating on the task I'm doing and not being distracted with thoughts of other things. So the next darkest blue in the set is called Starry Night, and I'm going to use this to put all the shadows in that I want, and then I've got a darker one which I'll use if I don't think these are quite enough. So I've got all these lines here on the bottom of the dome, which indicates to us that we need some shadow in here. But I'm not going to do tons in that middle section. You can see how I've already marked it out in the way that I want it. So I want it darker here, and then fade it into, it's a beautiful colour. I know it's on top of the other blue, so it's slightly influenced by that. Sorry, my lamp's making a shadow there. Let's try and avoid that for you. So around the edge here with quite a dark layer, so lots of layers, lots of pressure, and then reduce that towards this central part. And here I'm just going to put a little bit on the edges, leave the centre with that lighter blue. Okay, and now you can start to see how it's looking three-dimensional. It is anyway because of the way that these are coloured. Drawn, I mean. Now I'm going to just put a tad on the edge of here where these lines are that indicate that we should be, like that. And none on the rest. I'm going to do above it though, because I think there will be a little bit of shadow there. Now we can see where it's marked out for the doorway in the windows because they're set back. It's going to be darker. So we'll do all those doors and windows there. Like that. But we also need to do the windows up here. And again, if we do them darker, they hopefully look like they're set back a little bit. They're not actually windows, I don't think, these bits. I think they're just set back areas of the wall. Could be though. Now I think this is set further back, so we need a bit of dark there. Actually the whole thing, just take it up a little bit. Dark here, and just take that up a bit. So now this bit I think is dipped in the middle, so it's darker here. And that bit might have a dark piece either side of it, like this piece, just a darker piece there, and on this side too, and here, and here, and then under here. I think that bit sticks out slightly. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with my darkest blue, which is the Zephyr Blue, and just do a few last little touches. So the windows I want to be really dark. So I'm just going over the top of the blues that are there, darkening them up a little bit. It gives it quite a spooky feel in that doorway. There, would you want to walk in there? Ooh. Where else should we go with this? So maybe a little bit just at the base of here. There. I'm not liking, I'm grabbing back my Starry Night just to tidy up in here. Quite liking that there. I just felt like it needed a little touch of tidying. And I'm going to use the Zephyr Blue just to go across the top and left of each of these. Top of those, top and right of these. There we go. I think these pillars just need a bit of toning down on the outsides. There, I'm going to make that do now. I think that's enough on that one. I think he looks pretty cool. He's a different colour to the other two, and he's got his different colour house. So there we go. As I say, I probably won't do the others because I think you get the idea. They are more complex with lots more buildings on them, but I think for me, what I will do, let me zoom out so you can see what's going on the page. What I will do is I will continue to follow the same pattern. So I'll do a slightly different colour snail to these, or I might start repeating them because I'm going to run out of shades. And I will do the buildings, so all the buildings in here will all be the same colour as each other, and the trees I'll probably do differently. So we keep with the theme of having sort of one type of colour. I mean, that's obviously a mix of colours, and I might do that, but I will stick to a more limited palette for each one. So that's my plan. I don't know when I'm going to get time to finish this, but when I do, it will be on my Instagram page. So be sure to check it out. I might just do one half. I might do the other half in a completely different way. I don't know. But as I say, be sure to check out my Instagram page and I will post a completed one when it's all done. So thank you so much for watching. Next time I do one from this book, I will pick something from a different page to do. I've had a few requests, so I will have a look at those and either do the whole thing or a little bit to get you started, something like that. So thank you for watching and happy colouring.